This is the Elliptical Oracle. And now, here's MonaLisa.
Hello, welcome. And I call in my guides of love and light and love. And so I'm just going to take a deep breath, move over my conscious, and see what little message. It's a very inspiring message that they come in. And so, yes, I'm on this crazy machine. They came in when I was on Elliptical to show others that when you do that thing you love to do, you're hooked up to source. There can be no other way. You are channeling. Whether it's being with animals, working on a car, communicating with friends. When you do those things you love to do, you are channeling. So with that, I'm just going to close my eyes. Hello, 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 dear ones. We're Zand. We are of source energy, of angel energy. And we come in love and light and light and love. Today, we thought we'd talk about unrequired love. Yes, unrequired love. So many of you, once you've done some living, whether you're young and it happened when you're in 6th grade, or you're older, you've had that. You've had love that you've lost and it hurts. Or perhaps you have people in your life that you love. Perhaps you have this one grandmother who you just desire this beautiful grandparent relationship with, and they can't give it. They can't give it for this reason or for that reason, but you have this heart desire. And we say to you, you come for these kind of deep, deep lessons to learn that grandma is just the way grandma is. And it is not your path. It is not your duty to change grandma. You came to learn to accept that person, whether it's a relative, a partner from days gone by, a friend back in the old elementary days, whatever it is, you came to learn to love that, to love them unconditionally, and say, their path is their path. And my path is my path. My job is to love even though those who are family members, they might be blood or they may not be blood, and they don't understand you. They don't see things the way you do. And sometimes your frequency, if you are a high-flying being, your frequency irritates them. They don't know why. They don't want to spend time with you. But when you're around them, your frequency is not of their frequency. And if they are of low flying frequencies, if they sit in victimhood, if they sit in poor me mentality, if they sit with anger, most people on the planet know someone who sits in anger, who sits in blame or in the shame mode. And if this is someone you know that how you change them is through changing you, is through you being the example, setting the example, loving them where they are, and you doing your path. And when those paths happen to collide, and let's say it's the 4th of July coming up, or whatever holiday you have that you have to spend with that person who is a blood, and you feel they don't much love you. How do you get through that? How do you do that? You get through it with your head held high. You get through it by sitting in your heart space reminding yourself it is not your job to fix them. It is not your job. Your job is to look and to be you, and to be more and more you, and not allow that other person to bring you down to their lower frequencies, but for you to stay in that high frequency that you are of love, and say, I will allow them to be them. I will not demand that they love me. Demanding brings me down in that lower frequency. I will not want, I will not desire that they love me, because want and desire is of lower frequencies. I will be me. I will sit in my heart space. I will offer kindness and love. And when they say harsh things or do harsh things, I will offer a smile and think to myself, what a glorious lesson I am in. What a glorious lesson I'm in the middle of. And so for the next holiday or whatever it is, I have a choice. I have a choice to come to it and to sit and stay in my heart space, and to stay positive, to stay in that field of joy, compassion, empathy. Can you see when someone is so angry, when someone wants to control so much? They are of lower frequencies. And what they need most is what they cannot give you, and that is love. But you, in that high, flying love, soaring on the wings of love, can you stay there in their presence? If you feel you cannot, you have choices, you know. You may choose to go to the family meal or not. These are choices. And many of you say, well, I'd rather go to the family meal and be spit on than sit at home alone. And we say to you, that is your choice, but it is a choice. It is a choice. And when they spew out things that you consider spit, can you see it as an opportunity to grow, as an opportunity that you gave yourself to help lift your frequency up? For if you can stay in the heart center in compassion and empathy, even while they say things trying to knock you down in those lower frequencies, you know you've got it. You know you've got it. And it almost becomes funny. And it almost becomes a game that you set up for yourself. Ooh, the next time I sit with that person and they start putting those little lower frequency sayings, you can say to yourself, I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. And I love myself. And I'm going to enjoy this glorious meal and the rest of the family. And I'm going to sit in empathy. I'm going to sit in compassion for myself, especially myself. For as you sit in peace, that is how peace is created. That is how others see. When you sit in peace, and the one who tries to knock you out of that peace, and if they can't touch you, it means you've learned a great gift that you've given yourself and all others. We are Zand. We are of the one true light and love. And we thank you for allowing us this opportunity. Woo! So that is wonderful. I just asked, shall I do a card? And they said yes. Okay. Number 97. Number 97, it's enlightenment. These are of the Galactic Heritage deck that they speak through to me. Enlightenment. Yes, enlightenment is just where you are on your conscious path. Enlightenment is just you sitting in that heart chakra and above. You choosing the higher road. You choosing to see when others are mean to you and laugh at them, knowing that it's all an illusion. That's enlightenment. And sometimes the path, especially if it's unrequited love, are tough teachers. But they do their job. They do their job. They get you to spend time to reflect, to see the mirrors around you, for you decide to know if you want to buy into the illusion or to see through it. We are Zand, and we thank you for this opportunity. Woo! Thank you, Zand. Thank you, Zand. Thank you, Zand. Miracle of the day. Walking around my lake, and I saw a beautiful, beautiful hawk in the trees. And it flew kind of following me a little bit. Never had a hawk follow me. And I stopped and took a breath. And I said, is that you, Butch? Allowing the hawk to follow me like my ravens normally do. And he said, yes. Your ravens are a little bit further away today, so I'm using a hawk. And so with that, I give thanks and gratitude for the message from the hawk to soar, to be patient, and to allow. So a quick closing. You may say the mantra if you want or not. We are the light. We are the candle that lights 1,000 others. We are the light. Woo! Top of the now to you. Top of the now to you.